At age 6, would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, being that I'm telling my testimony, basically.
This your testimony?
Yes.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, my testimony started around 6 years old. I went through I'm going to try not to say too much, but I went through a very traumatizing childhood. My real father started molesting me at the age of 6.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I can talk about it now because, I've been surrendering to the healing process for a while.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Anything about a child is being put through circumstances they shouldn't have been put through. So they did damage in this child.
Yeah, but I've learned to, throughout the years as I got older, to not see myself as a victim and see myself as victor. So you have to have a different mindset when you're healing. So basically, it did affect a lot of areas of my life, my relationships, my my being a mother to my children. It really affected a lot of things that I didn't realize it was affecting until I really surrendered to the process. And then, God started showing me all these things, like, this is why you're doing this and this is why you're doing that.
Was that at an early age you're saying that God was showing you this? Was this a teenager? Because you said this happened at 6.
Yeah, the molestation started at 6.
Right, well,
and I also had an uncle that was molesting me too. So it was very, my mother knew about it. My mother was in denial. I forgive her and I hope she be at peace. But she knew about it and she was very much in denial and she was going through some things with my father that had her blind. So,
I was going to ask you, did you have any animosity towards her?
Throughout the years,
yes.
You
knew, but you got over it. And
I didn't get over it. I'm still not over it.
Not really get over, but you just like, okay, Mom, I forgive you.
Right. And it's easy for us to say that we forgive somebody, but it's harder to realize that sometimes it's not really forgiveness. Like, we can say that easily, but you'll be tested through that process. And there's things that'll come up and you'll be like, wow, I haven't really forgiven her. You know what I'm saying? I need to go through, you have to ask God to help you with those seeds because sometimes things are really deep.
I went through something that was the hardest thing I ever went through, more than my brother passing away. It was hard. I didn't want to be on this earth no more.
Yeah.
And I say I forgive that person. I really don't.
You're right.
I don't.
Right.
No, I don't.
And that's what we need.
It was because it was so hard that I wanted to take my own life.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be on top of this earth no more to keep feeling this pain. It was. But anyway.
Yeah, it's a process for sure.
Yeah, but I understand that you forgave us, what I'm saying.
I have forgiven and I'm still trying to forgive, yes.
Yeah, you still got that right there.
Right. I think it was harder for me to forgive my mother than my father because it was like she looked at me and by all means, I'm not trying to put her out there and trying to destroy her character, but the truth needs to come out. Like, my mother has everybody deceived very much. She deceived herself. So if you're deceiving yourself, you're going to deceive others. And sometimes, like, even through my process, I hold myself accountable first. I know my wrongs. I know where I've fallen short at. I know that there's things that I need to work on. And I'm going to not be in denial about those things because denial means don't even know that I'm lying. And sometimes we deceive ourselves.
I'm not speaking of your mother like that, but I know quite a few people that the deception is so deep, they fool themselves.
Yes.
They fool themselves, and they're masters at it.
Yes, and fooling other people,
too. They crafted this thing. So how was your teenage years going through middle school?
Running away, a lot of partying, a lot of drugs, just things I wasn't really supposed to be doing,
But it was fun, though, wasn't it?
It was fun until you suffered the consequences. Yeah.
They always come.
There's always consequences.
And what high school did you say you graduated from?
From Cross High School.
From Cross High School.
Yeah.
Did you have a good high school life?
I did. I loved my high school. It was small. It was really small. Everybody was very loving, and we had our issues, but Cross High School was my home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was comfortable there.
Everybody knew you.
Yeah, everybody knows me.
Everybody.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
That's how it was where I went to school. In high school, everybody knew each other. Everybody knew each other's family.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that I grew my formative years in a small town. I really appreciate it. I wasn't from the country, but I moved to the country, and it gave me a lot of great value.
Right. And during high school,
I could have been a different person.
Yeah.
I know I'd have been a different person.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool.
And during high school, I also went through teenage pregnancy, which I got pregnant at 16. I had my oldest son at 17.
This Brandon.
Yes, Brandon.
Okay.
He's very much
shout out Brandy.
intelligent,
Shout out
beautiful
Brandy.
child, handsome child.
Okay, well that goes on. This goes on to another question. Speaking on, this is the South, and you know how racism in the South is. So Brandon was born a mixed child, biracial.
Yes, he was. All my children are biracial.
How, did you get any kind of back
I didn't.
from that?
Too many people mess with me. I mean, I was in a small community.
I understand
where
that.
we grew up.
Your
It
friends.
was a
saying
majority.
I'm saying more or less your family.
Oh, family for sure.
Really?
Yeah, at first.
Okay, what was that like?
At first, it was just very
You've been
judgmental.
a teenager, still in high school.
Right. It was just
You give birth to a
judgmental.
biracial son.
I do believe there is still racism in my family very deeply. But I also know that when my children were born, it changed a lot of people towards that aspect because they fell in love with
changed their heart?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
to change things.
Awesome. I know this guy. He lives right over there at the house right there, and he said some very racist things, and I didn't mess with him no more. And he was dead ass racist. And his daughter or his son, I can't remember. His daughter or his son gave birth. I guess it was his daughter.
Yeah.
Gave birth to a biracial child, and he just fell in love with that child. And actually, after this, not speaking to him for a year and a half, and he lived right there. He walked and knocked on my door, and he wanted to apologize and ask for forgiveness.
That's
he
good.
said, "I changed, and this is why I changed. I don't really think about it like that anymore."
Some people just grew up like that. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
and they
of
have
course.
to make
Of
that
course.
change, and it takes work.
It's all taught.
Yeah,
It's all,
it's all taught.
people say they don't see color. I don't see color. You lying.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
Of course you do.
Yeah, you would. So after